Hi, my name's Ben Squires. I'm the head professional here at Royal Lytham and St Anne's Golf Club, and I've been joined by Ian Crowther. I've had the pleasure of coaching Ian for a number of years now, but probably in the last 18 months we've seen a real dramatic increase in his power and control, and that's led to some quite significant tournament wins. So Ian, I was wondering if you can sort of explain to us how this has all come about.
Yeah, sure. Really came from old sports injuries from many years ago when I was younger. Damage to the right ankle, which resulted in some serious surgery, replaced my ankle joint actually, about just over 2 years ago. From that, during that period when I was obviously incapacitated, I was really keen to try to maintain the strength and power in my golf swing and make sure I didn't lose any distance. Unable to do normal exercises, so I started turning things over in my head and came up with an idea of, which is now the Golf Power Pull, which is basically an exercise, strengthening exercise purely for the golf swing. So what it does, I started to use it during that period, and I use it every day for 1 minute a day, and I just started to notice quite quickly, because you're using it and it's pulling and it's using all the specific muscles in the golf swing. The results were quite dramatic.
Yeah, it was definitely noticeable
Yeah.
in your swing.
So that's where it came from, out of an injury basically,
Yeah.
and it developed from there. So
It's kind of evolved, hasn't it, over those times?
Yeah, it was a pretty basic thing when I first designed it, because it said designed it. It was very basic, but it allowed me to not have to use my lower body, but to actually be able to pull and strengthen all the bits in the golf swing. And I thought, well, that'll help. I didn't know where it was going basically. At the end of the day, I've continued to use it, and we've both seen some big improvements, because unlike going to a gym or other exercises you can do, the power pull really, by the way it works and its function, does specifically those muscles you use in the golf swing, specifically in the impact area. And so that bit extra control and power that it produces there has been a real bonus, to be honest.
Excellent. Right, so here it is. This is what it will look like when it gets sent to you. So, Ian, do you want to show us what it is?
Yeah, sure. There we go. So that's the piece of kit. Important bit we're going to show you first of all is how to secure it before you start using it for obviously the exercise. This is the secure part at the top. This needs to be secured on a door, which we've got here. If you've read the safety instructions, which I hope you have, please read those. It has to be secured on the non-opening side of the door. We can't do that for the purposes of this video, so we're going to secure it on the inside of the door and lock the door. So basically that slots over the top, close the door, make sure you watch your fingers, and then lock the door there. That's not going to open anywhere. When you're using it, before you start using it, make sure nobody can open the door, there's nobody in the area that can open the door if you're using it, anything, make sure everything's secure, and it's on the other side, which is obviously the pulling against the door. The basic operation is you're holding the handles in a golf grip position, but slightly apart. These are locked in so you can't pull them together. And then we're taking our stance and pulling it into this impact position, and then holding it, pulling with the left and the right hand down. So you will very quickly, as soon as you do this, feel which muscles you're using at this point. You'll be quite surprised actually at the number and the depth of muscles that are being used.
So I can already see your sort of how tense you are and how your muscles are working hard in order for you to maintain that position.
Yeah, absolutely. I can feel it in the core, my legs, shoulders, back. Probably hundreds of muscles, which are obviously very specific to this device. So we're holding that position for 1 minute. What I do at the end, last 10 seconds, is really give it a bit of a stretch, a bit of a pull, get into that big hit position, and then gently at the end release it back onto that. What you should also do is not just one position with the exercise. Change your position, change your stance position, pull it higher here. So you're actually pulling it from the top of the swing. That's using slightly different angles on the muscles.
You're working your core a lot more there, aren't you?
Yeah.
Which is obviously really important for stability. You can also see Ian's legs are under tension as well, which again is obviously very important in the golf swing. So it really is a complete workout. Probably one of the things to sort of mention to this is obviously it depends on your own physical strength and your capability. I mean, Ian's been doing this now for a long time, so he's very strong with this. So it might be when you first start, you're just sort of really just maybe just getting into sort of a maybe not quite as an advanced position, but you will notice as you start to do this more and more often that you'll be able to go further and further, and really, like Ian looks now, be very solid when you hold that position, and even be able to lift your arms and again maintain that position as well.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's something that you'll get used to using it, changing the positions, but as Ben's already said, you'll get stronger by using it, and things will move on from there.
I think it's probably important to add as well that it would be beneficial for you to reverse it and actually work on your other side as well, because one of the most important things for golf is that you have symmetry. So what we don't want to do is work on one side and get that maybe overdeveloped, because again that can cause injuries. So Ian's going to just switch around now and show you how to reverse it. So you're going to work on the other side now and help to develop that as well.
Sure, yeah, basically exactly the same grip position but reversed. Take the same stance and then just pull it down, and then just, you know, hold that position for as long as you like, just so you're getting those muscles toned and strengthened at the same balance as Ben's mentioned.
But I mean, this is just absolutely fabulous. I mean, you can see this is something you can take with you. It's no weight. It's really small. You can travel around with it. You can use it at home. I mean, in my opinion, it's a fabulous bit of sort of training device, and really, really does give you that workout and really will be beneficial.
Great. Thanks, Ben. Thanks for your time.
Pleasure.
Cheers.